Hello, hello, hello. I'm coming to you today with a recipe that I saw online that I would like to try. This is ground turkey right here, and I will be seasoning it. This is my noodles that's on there boiling. Have my tomato sauce, scotch bonnet peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, green onion, butter, sour cream, and cream cheese. I could have had put ricotta cheese in that mixture here, but I didn't have none, so I'm not worried about it. Next time I try it with the ricotta cheese. I also wanted to put spinach in it, but I didn't have none, so I'm gonna go with what I have. So let's get started. All right, this is my ground turkey. And I've already seasoned it, as you can see. And I'm just doing this just to, because it's going to really, and that's what I do when my ground turkey. I season it up front, and then I add seasonings as I go if it's not quite where I want it to be. All right, now I got all my chopped seasoning in here now, and I'm going to start turning it on. And one of the seasoning that I would have put in here if I had it was some fresh onion. Now I do have some fresh garlic, so let me put a little bit of that in there. Here I go. I put a little olive oil because ground turkey don't make that much oil like ground beef. Now over here, I drained the noodles, put the little butter in it, then the butter melt down in there, and we're gonna do something different with that a little later, you'll see. But right now we're gonna cook up this good old ground turkey. And I think I put, honestly, I think I put too much of the scotch bonnet peppers. So it will be spicy. This is a little onion powder I'm shaking up in there. You know, as you become a cook, you pretty much know when you're cooking something when it's not enough season. And most cooks, you know, don't season. They don't measure the seasoning. They just know when it's right. And I come from a line of women that can cook, and we just know when season is right without measuring it. We know when we got enough of something. So I did put a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna see if I need to put some more, but it smells good already, you guys. Like just with those chopped seasoning, the yellow pepper, the red pepper, the yellow pepper, the red pepper, the green onion. And like I said, if I had some regular onion, I would have had that in here too, but I put the onion powder in here. So, and I did put some fresh garlic because I had some fresh garlic. And you also can add some bell peppers. I normally add bell peppers in here, but I don't feel like cutting any up. So, but bell peppers is good. But this is a meal that shouldn't take you long. If you want something real quick for the kiddos, for the family, and it shouldn't take you long. My mom said what they call this meal is called a poor man lasagna. I was like, okay. Basically, when you didn't have any money, for any lasagna noodles, which, you know, back then they were a little more expensive than regular noodles. When you didn't have any They cost more than spaghetti. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna say a little expensive, but they cost more than spaghetti. So people used to substitute, instead of using spaghetti, they would, I mean, instead of using lasagna noodles, they'll use spaghetti because that's what they could afford. So she said it's called the poor man lasagna. Okay, so we just going to keep cooking this until it's ready. So far we got it almost cooked real good and cooked down. As you can see, it looks real good. All right, and then we did something. You seen that white stuff I had over here? That was sour cream, cream cheese, and a little bit of parsley. So after we whip the noodles up in the had the noodles sitting in the butter, and the butter melt with it. Then what you do, you come over here in a bowl, you whip up that cream cheese and that sour cream, and you mix your noodles with that. And like I said, if I had ricotta cheese, I would have had that too. So that's my noodles with the cream cheese and sour cream. Here's my ground turkey, cooking up real good. About to add the sauce to it. It made some juice, but as you can see, it's juice, it's no grease. So you can use that, you keep that seasoning juice in this pan when you add your sauce. Okay, what I did, like I said, I mixed up the pasta with the cream cheese and the sour cream and the butter. And you guys, I'm actually sampling the noodles with the butter, sour cream, and cream cheese. When I tell you, and I add a little parsley. As you can see, I got parsley in there. You guys, it is so delicious by itself. By itself. And this is without completing the dish. The noodles by themselves are just like so good. Now I got the sauce. And the seasoning and the things that I use, I'm actually working on a cookbook soon, and I would have all the seasonings that I use there as for seasoning the ground turkey, because I can say I'm one of the best in seasoning ground turkey, and having the ground turkey actually taste like ground meat. Anybody that eat my dishes with ground turkey, they cannot even tell that it's not ground beef. They think it's ground beef because of the seasoning I use and how I season it. My spaghetti sauce is the bomb, you guys. I really think that I'm part Italian because really good. And my hands is clean, so the sauce is cooking the sauce, and the noodles are cooked, and then I'll show you next what the next steps are. And like I said, this meal, and the reason why it's taking as long as it's taking is because I'm actually trying to talk also record and cook at the same time. So it doesn't take this long to whip up this meal. Okay, while this sauce looking so good and cooking down, let it cook down. Is I guess about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. It don't take long. And I also season the sauce. I have to see. Well, I'm lying. The meat was so seasoned this time, I actually didn't season the sauce. So I did good. I did good. The meat was so seasoned this time, I didn't even have to do anything to the sauce. I might add just a little bit of seasoning, but that's about it. And, ooh, look at these noodles. Okay, so what we've done now is we're layering the pasta in the pan. As you can see. And my choice of top added seasoning or added cheeses would be Colby Jack, which is the bomb, Italian style, and mild cheddar, you guys. Mild cheddar. That would be the cheeses that I will add in here. And basically what you're doing, and I'm trying to do this, you're layering the pasta and you're putting the sauce on your pasta. Bring this pan over here closer to the pot. Almost like spaghetti and meat sauce. And then, once you got your first layer, take your tongs, kind of mix it together. That looks so good, you guys. That looks so good. Just mix it together. Put a little more sauce on here. Ooh, that looks so good. I cannot wait. All right, so once we mixed it together, then we're going to layer the cheeses. All right, so we layered the cheeses. Now I'm going to mix the cheeses in. Look at this goodness, you guys. So we complete the steps. Layer the pasta, layer the sauce, layer the cheeses. Put it in the oven and cook until it's ready. Until basically the cheeses are melted. Because you know, we already pre-cooked everything else. So I don't want to give you a time because I just know when it's done. I guess you could check it after 20 minutes being in the oven, but it shouldn't take that long for the cheese to melt. But I'm going to repeat the steps: the pasta, the sauce, and then the cheeses, and then I'll give you the finished result. All right. So I got it layered, and look at that. This is before it goes in the oven. And I'll let you check it out after.